Live from the BiffNet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Monday, March 8th, 2021. This is episode number 206 of the show. Happy International Women's Day, everybody. To all the ladies out there, much respect, much love, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Busy weekend of stuff in the Laminack house. I gotta tell you, we got a lot of stuff to get to. Oh shit, that's not it. Got a lot of stuff to, nope. Got a lot of stuff to discuss. I did not watch the All-Star game, but we do have a lot of All-Star discussion around the game. Like, I got video of little baby. I'm sorry. I said little baby. What am I? New? Lil Baby playing basketball, and he's awful. We got to talk about hoes getting stuck in Atlanta. Yeah, these hoes are out here flying to Atlanta, getting stuck. Can't have these hoes getting stuck. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more today. I promise. I got a full slate of topics, including my review of all the things I watched this weekend. And one of those, like I said, was not the All-Star game, but I finished WandaVision. Shout out Pink Valkyrie. I watched Coming to America 2. I watched the Biggie Smalls story. Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell. I've also started watching Schitt's Creek. So we're going to discuss all of that. Plus, I got the most amazing bed in the world. I really want this bed. There's no way Nora's going to let me have it, but I'm here for it. But before we get to all that, we got to do this chat, baby. This chat. Y'all know how we do, playa. Hey, shout out to Marvin Wingfield for the second time in as many days. Marvin is the greatest deckhead in the history of the world for 2 hours on a Monday in March when it's International Women's Day. And then he did it. He did it all. Not only was he first, he was first super chat. That means triple crown. That means he goes down for another triple crown in the books. Jeff Bell, write it down. Marvin Wingfield is the man. Let's do the rest of the chat, shall we? Who all do we have here? We got Marvin. Katie's in the building. Steven the Weather Guy was second. There's Marvin's super chat, so it's on the record officially. What's up, my sweet Donna? Keith Sager's in the building. Virginia Buttonweed is here. Steven the Weather Guy with his forecast, his daily forecast. Current conditions at BiffNet World Headquarters, 70 degrees. Dew point, 49 degrees. Partly cloudy skies. 60% chance I really could have used some Barry on Deck this weekend. I hope you're doing better, buddy. I hope you are much better than you were, and I'm here for you now. John Dory's in the building. Total Dallas is here. Billy Keller, Francisco Abarca, Fidel Limon. What up, you damn dirty deckhead? Who else? Jesus Perez, Uriel Villanueva, Rick C, Eric Resendez, Jeff Bell. There he goes. I hope you get a new laptop, man. Fuck thieves. Rev House in the building. PK is in the building. Mike Leak is in the building. Talking shit about my tardiness. Bro, kiss my ass. Who else is here? Chuck Dunaway's in the building. What's up, Chuck? Brandon Martinez. I dig it. Up, there's Jen. What up, Jen? What up, Walt? P. Jones. Tony, you handsome son of a bitch. I didn't even watch that Markle interview. Yeah, get out of here with that bullshit. Chris Reyes, Mr. 1%. What's up, player? Ray, what up, y'all? I'm not going to tell you where Ray is, but he's in hell. He's definitely hell. Rudolph Rodriguez, sanitize. Wash hands. Back the fuck up and social distance. Hey, I've been fighting with angry middle-aged white men on Twitter all morning. It's been a hoot. I gotta tell you, there's nothing more I love than getting middle-aged white guys upset because you say something about other people and being inclusive, or maybe, I don't know, saving lives with masks. I'm here for it. They get really mad, and I think they think I give a fuck. I think they think I care that I am making them angry. And I assure you, middle-aged white men that may be tuned in because you're so pissed at me right now, you want to thumbs down the show and leave angry comments. I don't give a fuck. Angry middle-aged white dudes who believe QAnon theories and storm the Capitol are not my demographic. So please, and I say this from the bottom of my heart, please feel free to fuck off at any moment that you see fit. Just take your little dick and tuck it up under your balls, put it in your butthole, and go fuck yourself. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get the rest of the show rolling. Now, I don't have any headlines for you. But we do have a lot of shit to discuss. Now, before we go any further, excuse me one second. Before we go any further, by the way, chat, don't ever let anybody tell you this job isn't hazardous. Oliver wants in here. On my way to sit down to start this show, I rolled my goddamn ankle. That is, Marty said, hey, some middle-aged old guys like you. Thank you, Marty. I love you too, buddy. I rolled my ankle on my way to sit down. Like just walking over here. I think it's because I'm wearing these high heels. My Air Force Ones. These holes, man, these soles are thick. They're like high heels. I rolled my goddamn ankle. It hurt so bad. Now I know what it's like to be a professional athlete. Hey, get your shots out, people. Get your alcohol out. We got to do a shot. We got to do a shot for a very special Deckhead birthday today. Let's do this, people. Get your shots out, you lazy, raggedy bitches. Let's go. Shots up, Deckhead. Steven said I should get workers' comp and take it up with HR. Yeah, that's probably not a thing. I got to see my corporate nurse when she gets home. Be like, babe, my ankle hurts so bad. You know, she's going to be like, pussy. That's how Nora is with me. If I hurt myself, Nora just like looks at me like I'm a pussy. She's the toughest person I know. All right, get your shots out, you dirty bitches. Cheers to a Deckhead. It's his birthday today. Uriel Villanueva, player. Happy birthday. I hope you have a fantastically wonderful day. I hope you get roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into. We love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a damn dirty Deckhead. Happy birthday, my friend. Shit. HR says get over it. Yeah, that's fine and dandy when I'm late for the break because I can't walk. I don't want to hear shit from none of y'all. Oh, that was woosah. That shit stung. Oh, happy birthday, Uriel. Hope it's a good one. So today is International Women's Day. And I wanted to real quick. So the break video is obviously going to be about women, and I want you to watch it. It's kind of cartoonish, and it's a little off-putting, the video, but the knowledge that it drops and the things you're going to learn are going to be amazing. So stick around for that. But because it's International Women's Day, I just wanted to pause for the cause for 1 second. I'm going to give you your comment challenge, and then I want to respond to it. Your comment challenge for the day is, name the one woman in your life that has had the most profound effect on you. It could be your mom. It could be a teacher. It could be a school nurse. It could be, you know, whatever. I don't give a shit. The CEO of a corporation, whatever that woman is, but name the one woman that has had the most profound effect on you and why. And for me, that woman just happens to be my mother. My mom, Jenny's mom, is the smartest, bravest, kindest, most compassionate, and strongest woman I've ever met in my whole life, man. When I watch what my mom went through as I was growing up and the things that she endured, not just in personal life, but in business, the way that she would rally people, her compassion for other people, her sense of community. I mean, a lot of the traits that I have about equality and equal rights and, my willingness to see other races and genders and others advance up to an equal status of where we're at in this society. It comes from her, and my willingness and want to help people through charitable endeavors comes from my mom. And look, man, she raised me. My parents got divorced when I was 6. So my mom was mom and dad for a lot of my life. And my dad's in my life now, and it's great, and it's wonderful. But my mom was my rock. My mom was everything. And to think that she did that all while she raised me and taught me right from wrong, and all while dealing with another kid who was having troubles with alcohol and drugs and causing financial and emotional strain and stress, and holding down several jobs while trying to climb the corporate ladder in the 80s at a time when women weren't expected nor allowed to climb the corporate ladder. And I've told stories on this show about my mother being chased around her desk by executives trying to sexually assault her and feel her up and kiss her and grope her. And she dealt with that, and she told me these stories. And so when I hear guys and people say that shit doesn't happen, it did happen. It does happen. So we have to make sure that it doesn't continue to happen. And we all have moms or sisters or aunts or women in our lives at some point. If you don't now, you did. And that's why as men, we have to be better. And I thank my mom for everything she did for me. And I am amazed and awed at the type of person that she is, because it's amazing. So that's my answer. I love my mom to death. I'm definitely a mama's boy through and through. But she's amazing. So, I wanted to look here. Where did it go? Where did it go? That's a hard choice. So PK says it's a hard choice. Well, give me one. Give me the most. Rev said, as bad as it is, my ex-wife got me to go to college, pushed me to teach, etc. That's dope, dude. That's dope. Justin says, my fiance, hands down. My choice is Amanda Nunes, mainly because she can kick my ass. All right, well, that's not in the spirit of it, Tony. Marty Z said, my mom and my wife, they both put up with me and my bullshit all these years. Fact, mom and wife, 1 and 1A. Others female is the wolf that raised me when I was, oh my God, Tony, can you ever take anything serious? Fuck! What up, Dr. Dre on 290? Marvin Wingfield said, my grandmother is the greatest woman I've ever known. She taught me to care and love. My grandmother's amazing. My wife is a close second. Yeah, my wife is definitely second in my life. But, everything I am today is because of my mom. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. All right. So that's your comment challenge. Leave it in the comments at the end of the show. I look forward to discussing that with you guys in the comments. Now, it was NBA All-Star Weekend, and I'm not going to break down the game because I'm not a guy that can sit there and watch the NBA All-Star Game. It's pretty atrocious. If I saw correctly, it was like 140 to 120. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, they should just call it like the NBA all-scoring game or some bullshit, because nobody's playing defense. And I got some raggedy bitches like White Magic sending me screenshots of Giannis going 16 for 16 in a game where they play zero fucking defense. The dude went 3 for 3 from three-point land, and White Magic wants to act like he's fucking Steph Curry now. He shoots 26% from behind the arc. Slow down, White Magic. Pump the brakes. They don't play defense in this fucking game. Any effort by anybody is going to get points. I think there was like 5 guys that scored over 20 points or some shit like that. Come on, fam. Stop sending me shit from an all-star game. When Giannis is retired and he's shooting 35-40% from 3, send me those screenshots and tell me I was wrong. Until then, I'm going to need you to settle down a little bit, Playboy. So I didn't watch the game. I don't know. I watched the intro as I was cooking nachos. They were so good. By the way, pro tip, when you're making nachos, throw the chips in the oven, 450 for about 3 minutes. Oh, hot chips on nachos is the best. Anyways, I had the game on to begin and listen to the intros, and James Harden didn't look all that interested on the court when they announced his name. First name to come out, and he looked embarrassed to be the first guy announced and not one of the starters. Oh, well. Also, the thing, who was it that sang? Was it Dionne Warwick that sang the national anthem? Holy fuck. I swear to God, we made nachos, ate nachos, did the dishes, let the food digest, had a snack, ate some ice cream, and then I shit and took a nap and then woke up and she was still singing. Oh my God, it was forever long. I mean, it was pretty, but holy fuck. Wrap it up. Oh, was it Gladys? I don't know who the fuck it was. Gladys, wrap this shit up. It was Gladys Knight. Oh my God. She needed one of the pips to be like, yo, kill this shit, Ma. We got a game to run. What are you doing? Holy fuck. The only one I've ever seen longer than that was Aretha Franklin at, what did she get at? I don't remember which it was. Y'all remember that one with Aretha? Holy fuck. Yeah, that was too goddamn long. Wait, there needs to be a dead ass set time limit on a national anthem. They need to be like, all right, here's the schedule for the TV show. So we're going to do this and that, and we're going to bring these out and bring that out. And then national anthem, you got 3 minutes. Okay? 3 minutes max. No more, no less. We're cutting your goddamn mic off. It needs to be like an open mic for comics where if you go over your time, they just cut your fucking mic off. She'd be like, and the last. What the fuck just happened to my mic? Yeah, it's too goddamn long. Too long. Awful. Marvin said I got to go to federal government class. Love you guys. I'll catch you on the Discord after class. Oh, okay. Go, Marvin, go. Good shit, buddy. Well, you were the best deckhead in the world, and then you fucking bailed on us, you raggedy bitch. Don't slander Aretha Franklin. Bro, she one time sang a national anthem that took 7 weeks. God built heaven and earth in less time than it took Aretha Franklin to sing the national anthem. I don't want to hear it. This is not slander. This is facts, pal. Holy Jesus. It takes too long. Just sing it. Just fucking sing it. We ain't impressed. We all know you can sing, Gladys. Rest in peace to Aretha. We know you can sing. So wrap this shit up. But I will say this. At least it wasn't Fergie's old raggedy ass. Remember that shit when she tried to be all erotic with the national anthem? Oh, say, God, sing. Y'all remember that one? That shit was weird. I was like, I should not have a boner. Every dude that was standing in there had to sit. He was like, I'm just going to sit down here and do this. I can't listen. She's singing this way too hot. Yeah, I don't need you to be slutty either. I just need you to sing the goddamn anthem and wrap it up. We got a game to ignore. Let's go. Fuck. That wore me out. I will say this. I did notice, and this is why I miss the usual suspects, because I miss being able to make commentary and argue with Joel and Nick about shit like this. But we would always have discussions about fashion. And one of the things we need to talk about are these all-star jerseys. These are fucking awful. What is this? I don't know. This kind of looks like a colorblind Sprite can. I don't know what this is. But it looks like, you know what it looks like? They went to a fucking a logo maker and they were like, let's see. Oh, look, here's a logo for all-star A1 transmissions. And then they were like, well, cool. We'll just take that and we'll drop the A1 transmissions and we'll just put this on a fucking jersey. This is terrible. It's not good at all. It's not good at all. I don't like them. I think they look weird. Why wouldn't, by the way, just to be picky, just to say, what in the Rotary Club is this? God, that's a really good one, Justin. Seriously, I feel like they made the All-Star inside of Microsoft Paint. Like, this is definitely an MS Paint type deal here. If I was Kia and Jordan, you know, Thurgood Marshall's rolling in his grave that his name is even on one of these jerseys. I would be rolling. Oh, God. They're terrible. Jersey's only fit for Smash Mouth. That's pretty good, Matthew. Good shit, buddy. Why didn't they continue the red line all the way through the R? Like, why stop at the R? The first part of the R. That's the first thing I noticed is, okay, we have a red ass line through the All-Star for no goddamn reason whatsoever. Like, this is just terrible. The L and the S connect for what? Why? What are we doing here? This looks like the Astros, this is something the Astros created. Remember the shooting star logo, the gold and whatever? I don't know. This is terrible. It does have a Buffalo Bills vibe to it too, though, with the red stripe. They ran out of ink. This is just terrible. I just don't like them. I think they're ugly. What are you going to do, though? I don't know who approves this shit. Was this a brand Jordan deal where they were like, yep, those are hot? Did they even consult with anybody? Usually when people do marketing and stuff, they'll do a test. They'll like create the jerseys and then send them out to people, be like, what do you think? And everybody's like, huh? Ugh, those are awful. And they're like, okay, well, we were just fucking around. We're going to make the real ones now and show you what those are. There are so many creative people. So many creative people in this world that would be dying for the opportunity to create the All-Star jersey. You're telling me this is the best you could find? Kathy in accounting, who was just like, you know what? I can make it because we're spending so much money on artwork. Let me just do it real quick. Let me pull up Microsoft Word and go to my clip art. That paper clip gets me every time. And then she fucking just makes All-Star and she's like, let's put a red line in it. Let's just show, we're just going to do this because America, and it's got red in it, and then print. It was terrible. I don't like it. I don't know. I'm full of opinions today, by the way. So if you don't like to watch the show while I have opinions, boy, this is not the show for you, nor is any of the others. I have opinions. I don't need you to agree with them. I don't give a shit if you agree with them. Just know I'm going to have them. And you can tell me in the chat and I'm a fucking idiot, but I need you to tell me why, and you better have some facts. Don't just come at me with no bullshit. I got a sprained ankle, people. I'm playing injured, and I don't need your horse shit today. What's up, Josh? Trucker Psycho said they knew no one would be watching, so they put no effort in it. Yeah, that could be true. Very true. The same guy who's approved Steph's shoes. I didn't see Steph's shoes. Were they bad? Stevie Wonder approved. Yeah, the yellow ones, even when they were playing, Marsha, I happened to see video of them playing. They did look like rubber suits. That was weird looking. COVID cheap pandemic jerseys. Oh, that's good shit. Clippy is that his name was Clippy? Is that true? Did the paperclip have a name? It was Clippy, which is kind of dumb. You don't call, come on. You don't name something after what they are. Oh, it's Clippy the paperclip. Oh, look, it's Humie the human. Hey, we got a dog. What are you going to name it? Doggy the dog? Can you be a little more fucking creative than Clippy? That's not even a good name. Like, call him Clipford or some bullshit. Not Clippy. The fuck out of here. Clip el Pepel. Come on, fam. Come up with something creative, Microsoft. They're not very good at that, though. Microsoft's not a very creative company. What's up, Stephen Luther? Just getting in. Well, you're a tardy, bitch. Go to the principal's office. Houston, the Texans. Exactly. Hey, what are you guys? We secured a franchise. What are you going to call them? The Houstonians. No, man, that's too. You need to branch out a little bit. Americans. Too big. Bob, bring it down some. Texans. Bingo. Got it. Houstonians too small. Americans too big. Texas just right, buddy. Good job. And Cal's like, good job, Dad. Fuck. Tell that to the toaster, washer, dryer, etc. Name them what they do. Right? Then we wouldn't call them hookers. We just call them blowjobs. Hey. All right. I digress. Hey, speaking of hookers in the All-Star game, professional transition. Lamb bomb. Some girls apparently got stuck in Atlanta. This is my favorite story for the month of March. Now, I probably shouldn't be bringing this up on International Women's Day, But I think it's safe to say some of these ladies don't even know what the fuck that is. Can we just be honest for a second? So, some hoochie mamas. I know, surprise, some ladies went to Atlanta for the All-Star game to try to be groupies and take advantage of ball players' needs for sexual contact to maybe make a little scratch on the side? What? It happened. And so, why am I wrong? What am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I need you to tell me why. You don't get to just say I'm wrong. I need you to fucking tell me why. There it goes. Here's the lamb bomb icon. I need to put that on a shirt. I need to put that lamb bomb on a shirt. That'd be dope as shit. Okay, so these chicks apparently were flying to Atlanta. And one lady in particular said she flew down to it. She bought a one-way ticket. A one-way ticket to Atlanta. Thinking, I'm going to get there. I'm going to all some stars. And then I'm going to head home because they're going to pay for my ticket back. Because, you know, mama got it like that. So that didn't happen that way. She flew her ass to Atlanta and got stuck. Now, this is her. This is her picture. And this is her post on GoFundMe. Yes, hoes are out of here starting GoFundMes because they went to Atlanta to do hoe shit and couldn't get back. This is a thing now. This is the era that we live in. So she gets down to Atlanta and gets stuck. She said, I need help getting back home. I'm stuck in Atlanta. I went to Atlanta for All-Star Weekend with $400, only booked a one-way because I was waiting on my unemployment. I was waiting on my unemployment. By the way, what the fuck unemployment is for you to fly to Atlanta for the All-Star game? Jesus Christ. It's for you to pay your goddamn light bill. Oh my God. So I was waiting on my unemployment, but I was waiting on my unemployment to pay my way back, but they baited. What? Am I missing? Like, I know what cap means now. Cap means lie, or no cap means no lie. What the fuck is baited? Does she mean bailed? Like, unemployment told her, nah, bitch, you still got a job. You can't get money. So she said I was waiting on my unemployment, but they baited. I need help surviving and making back home to New York. Please, anything will help. Now, hold on a minute. Now, hold on a goddamn minute. If it costs you $400 to get there, why do you need $1,300 to get back, heifer? What are we doing? No. How much is a round trip? Round trip from Atlanta to, not Houston, to New York. How much? One way. Well, not even round trip. One way. Hold on. One way. A one-way ticket from Atlanta, GA to New York, all airports, on Spirit, is $23. Bitch, why do you need $1,300? You were just out here scamming people. Oh my God, the most expensive one is Alaska Airlines, which if you're flying Alaska from Atlanta to New York, that's a weird stop to be making in between. But they range in price from $23 to $145 on domestic, continental United States Airlines. Forget Alaskan Airlines. That's too much. Are you fucking kidding me? $1,300. What could you possibly need $1,300 for? It is $23. You can go Frontier for $33. JetBlue for $49. United for $49 one way. Oh my God. Are you fucking kidding me? This is just terrible. So, of course, the internet gets wind of this and is not having it. They are just not having it. They're like, no. No. So what did people do? Andy says, see, Andy knows. Andy, if only people knew how to travel like comics did, right? I could get from one end of this, I could get from LA to New York on $7. Yeah, and you could give me a $10 bill and I would have money left when I left LA and got to New York. And I'd still be eating the whole way and shit. Come on. Mega Buzz, hoes. So these ladies get to Atlanta and they get stuck. And now the scam is, there's a bunch of them out there. I think Walt said it in the chat. There's a bunch of them out there. But this one in particular, I think she might have been the trailblazer. No NBA pun intended. I think she was out there hawking dollars. Oh my God, we're doing it. And then she didn't realize she would rock it to, okay, I'll just fuck off. So she starts posting it. And what people do is they decide, oh, I'm going to donate, but I'm only going to donate so I can roast your ass. So people start donating just to leave roast comments. So Walker donated $5 and said, you sold all that pussy and couldn't make any money. Fair market value was $40. Shame on you. Terrell Amari said, you stupid motherfucker. You knew damn well your broke ass ain't have no motherfucking money. Taking your slow ass to Atlanta with no way the fuck back. You're a dumbass. Once that unemployment shit hit your slow account, I want to cut of that shit. So people are sending money. Oh my God, just to roast them. This is like, so now she's got $10. You know she don't give a fuck. Listen, people like this chick have no shame. If you sent $5 and roasted them like these two, they're like, whatever, I got your $5. That's all they care about. So then the next one is, why did you take your broke ass over there? Anyway, subscribe to my OnlyFans, Amethyst Jade. I almost want to subscribe just for this. Just because she sent $5 to not only roast her, but then plug her OnlyFans. I really want to go to Amethyst Jade and just say, I love you. Oh my God. James Anderson said, broke bitch, and sent $100. You're a good man, James. You're a good person. Good for you, buddy. Way to take this shit serious. So apparently there are other women out here. Look, stuck in Atlanta, $2,500 goal. Help Brittany get home, stuck in Atlanta, $1,200 goal. Stuck in Atlanta with no way home, $1,100 goal. You tricks are scandalous. You need to stop this shit. Nobody is falling for this. And the only reason you're getting money is so people can roast your stupid asses. God, it's the best though. Oh God. You broke bitch. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. I need to go subscribe and be like, hey, make sure you watch Barry on Deck. That's a good, listen, you know how many thousands of people would see that? Shit. Total deaths for a game nobody can go to. Man, I feel like the number of women of the night and groupies that probably flew to Atlanta, not a COVID cough, that probably flew to Atlanta when there were no people in Atlanta. Like usually when there's an all-star game, people from all over, like, I'm in the building, I'm going to go. And then all like, you know, the ladies that capitalize on situations like that, shall we say. I'm trying to be good because of what today is. But, I mean, listen. Willie D said it best. You gotta let a hoe be a hoe. So, they go to Atlanta thinking, man, we're going to make a killing. And nobody's there. By the way, I wonder if hookers have to wear... I don't know. Anyways. I should go give a... I wonder what's the minimum you could donate. What's her name again? Let me see. Maybe we'll just go donate right now. What is her name? Yaz is organizing this fundraiser. Yaz the Stallion. Wow. I feel like that little filly's on her last leg. Huh? What? That was the wrong button. I meant to hit the. But I feel like that might have been more appropriate. Donna said, do it. I'll send you $5. Oh my God. Where Yaz the Stallion? Why is there two E's in D? Yaz the Stallion. Oh, here it is. I wonder how much she has. You guys, people are retracting their fundraiser. Oh my God. Oh my God. I guess people got their money back or some shit. Hold on. Yes. Your lips are going to be exhausted trying to get out of Atlanta, sweetie. Oh my. She raised $10. She raised $10, y'all. Oh my God. This fundraiser is no longer accepting donations. I guess people just started roasting the shit out of her and then reported it as a scam and got their money back. Holy fuck. This is hilarious. There it is. There's the full fundraiser. So I can't even donate now. Fuck. We missed another golden opportunity, you guys, to promote the show. Damn it. Well, there goes that. I know, Donna. Wouldn't that have been great? I'd be like, hey, you seem like a classy gal. Maybe you should join me on Barry on Deck. Does she have, can I reach out to her? Oh my God. Why did I think of that sooner? Who's my producer? Oh, I am. I need Yaz the Stallion to join me. Oh, why didn't I think of this earlier? Because tomorrow is too late. Where's Yaz the Stallion's Twitter? I don't even know if she's on Twitter. Oh, I wonder if that's her. No, I don't know. Damn it, I should have had her on Barry on Deck. That would have been dope. Ugh, burped. Ugh. Tasted like JMO and diet. Blech. Anyways, so that was my favorite moment from All-Star Weekend, is the hoes getting stuck in Atlanta with no way to get home. I liked it. It was good. Also, if you didn't see this, Lil Baby. I like saying it like Joel. Lil Baby. You gotta be very baby. Lil Baby was apparently in some game. I don't know what game this was. This wasn't good. This is just video of Lil Baby playing basketball. Check this shit out. You got this, fam. Oh my God. Hold on. Wow. Did y'all see how high off the glass that went? Fam, what are you shooting at? That is literally above the square. What is he doing? Now look, I understand if you're trying to shoot free throws and banking it in or whatever because you're confident in that square. What is this? Matthew said Clippy's got a bet. Yeah, this is, Shooty McShooterson here. What the fuck? All right, let me stop this. Let's go. Go, Lil Baby. You got this, fam. You got this. Doink! God bless. All right, here we go. You got this. Yep. Shoot it. You're open. Oh my God. What? Lil Baby can't get it to go. Yeah. Not even close. Oh no. Oh, he got handles. All right, that's in your. Oh, fuck. Oh, you got this, Lil Baby. Yeah. Pop that. Oh, get this shit out of here. Wow, that wasn't even close. I don't know who that was at the end that got the block in the cutthroat, but damn, that's embarrassing. Oh man, you gotta look. The free throw was the worst. The free throw. Marcia said maybe he needs glasses. Yo, Lil Baby is terrible. Lil Baby can spit, but he can't fucking shoot. That's for damn sure. Oh my God, that was terrible. Terrible. Justin knows he's a scout. Justin ain't scouting that shit. He's like, awful. This guy's getting drafted in the negative 70th round. Oh my God. So Lil Baby sucks at basketball. The All-Star jerseys sucked. And then Hoes got stuck in Atlanta. So there's your All-Star weekend recap, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. This recap brought to you by... Oh, what the hell? This recap brought to you by Dan's Seafood and Wings. I gotta brag for a second, folks. Yes, this is an official read for Dan's Seafood and Wings, but I gotta say, I gotta brag for a moment and tell you, the deckheads showed up and showed out. Donna, Fidel, and Crystal all went to Dan's Seafood and Wings, tried it, and said that they absolutely loved it, that the service was amazing, that the food was amazing. Not only did they like it, but they said they'll be back. And look, I appreciate you guys supporting the sponsors that support this show. Damn Seafood and Wings is absolutely legit. It is crawfish season. And if you want some crawfish, oh my goodness, you need to get out to Dan's. Go to eatadans.com. They got 2 locations to serve you. One on the southwest side, which is where the ladies in Fidel went. That's on 3991 South Gessner. The one on the northeast side is at 18 Uvalde Road. But both of them have the same menu, same food, all of it made fresh and delicious. They're known for their boiled spicy shrimp throughout the year, but when it comes crawfish season, they are quickly becoming the go-to place in the city of Houston for some of the best crawfish in the city of Houston. They've also got other options for you. They've got the garlic butter seasoning, mild, medium, extra spicy. They're doing the boiled eggs now, which is becoming the in thing to do with crawfish. I recommend you ask if you can get the boiled spicy shrimp and crawfish combined into the crawfish boil. It's amazing. You're going to love it. And don't take my word for it. Ask the deckheads. They went. Ask Donna. Ask Fidel. Ask Crystal Collins. They all went to Dan's and they absolutely loved it. And I didn't beg them. I didn't pay for it. I didn't sponsor it. They did it on their own and they gave you their honest opinion and they loved it and you will too. Go to eatadans.com. That's eatatdans.com. All right. Back to the program. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for going too, by the way. Very much appreciated. He said, Tony says Dan's a Lakers fan. I think he's a Kobe fan. And it's not Dan, it's David too that runs it. But yes, I believe he is a Kobe fan. All right. Let's see. What did I want to get to? Oh. Since we were talking basketball, let's just do this because I do want to talk a little bit of Astros for you. But I got to get to this first. I got to give shout out to the U of H Cougars on a big win over Memphis at the buzzer. But I also got to give props to my buddy. Why am I blanking? Oh my gosh. Why have I gone blank on his name? Why am I doing this right now? Why am I my pal? Oh my God. We did a radio show together and I'm literally like frozen on his name. Oh boy. What have I done? It's Jeremy Branham. Why couldn't I remember Jeremy Branham? Oh my God, what an idiot. We did a show together on ESPN. Anyways, Jeremy Branham had an amazing call on this Cougars final play. Check this out. No, not Joel Blank, Jeremy Branham. But this was the Cougs win at the buzzer and Jeremy Branham's call, and I'm here for both of them. Check it out.
Cougars do have one timeout too, just in case. So in the regular season finale.
Yeah, you know, Jeremy
Cougars do have
doing
one
a great job on play-by-play for U of H.
Stasser looking to get it in.
And what a play too, right? Big win by the Cougs going into March Madness. And look, I got to give props to Kelvin Sampson too, because he talked about that Memphis program and he said, listen, I hope that the committee gives them the eye test because that's a better team than maybe their record or whatever reflects. But yeah, Cougs go 23. Hell of a job by Kelvin Sampson and a hell of a job by that program. And it's good to see U of H Cougars basketball back. They might be the best program in the city right now. With the Astros and the cheating scandal and the Texans are abysmal and the Rockets are awful. Cougars might be the best ticket in town right now. Honest to God, the best ticket in town. So if you're looking for some entertaining sports to go watch or to watch on TV, check out U of H basketball. I mean, I don't watch college basketball, but I highly encourage you to do that because that's a big win for them, big win over Memphis, and I'd like to see them get a 2 seed in the tourney. That would be nice. No, all good, Justin. It's good to see it, man. I'm here for it. So, what time is it? 2:47? Let's talk about some shit I watched this weekend. And we'll continue this on the other side. And I've got more sports for you. We need to talk about the Astros and the signing of Jake Odorizzi and Forrest Whitley having surgery, potentially, Tommy John surgery. And we'll get to that. I'll have more sports. I gotta keep it fresh and do some non-sports. So you want to start with Schitt's Creek House? Because I watched a lot of stuff this weekend. I watched and finished I finished WandaVision. I watched Coming to America 2. I watched Biggie. I got a story to tell. And I watched Schitt's Creek with Nora. Now, Nora's not big into any of this stuff. I didn't think she would like Schitt's Creek, but everybody kept telling her and me individually how great it was. So let's just start with Schitt's Creek. This might be my new favorite sitcom, honest to God. This might be my new favorite thing to watch. The writing is impeccable. The jokes are amazing, both subtly and in your face. You know what it reminds Nora and me of is our favorite movie as a couple, which is Fools Rush In. If you ever watched Fools Rush In, it's Matthew Perry and Selma Hayek, and Matthew Perry's parents are this well-to-do white couple from New York or wherever they're from, and, you know, the mom is very, she's an alcoholic and she drinks too much, and the dad is like, Thomas, whatever. In case you haven't noticed, the white people are melting out here. Like, it's amazing. Hey, Rach! Holy shit! We have a Rachel Ramirez sighting. We missed you too, sweetie. Welcome back to the fold. No wonder the views have been down. You hadn't been here. Welcome back, sweetie. But the parents in Schitt's Creek remind me of Matthew Perry's parents and Nora in Fools Rush In. And it is hilarious. It is hysterical. I gotta say, I didn't think I would like it because I'll be honest, the name is very on the nose. Like when I saw the name of the series, I was like, okay, so we're just gonna pretend like Schitt's Creek isn't up Shit Creek. And then like, okay, real funny, you added an H or a C and an extra T in there. I was like, this is too, if the name is corny, how corny must the show be? Boy, was I wrong. I couldn't believe it, how funny and well put together this is. The characters are great. The story so far, we just made it through season 1 of Schitt's Creek. And I got to tell you, it's a smart comedy, but it's silly at the same time. So if it's got Nora laughing, and I mean, not just... Like, there are moments in season 1 where she's legitimately cackling out loud. And if you know Nora, which none of you do, she doesn't do that. This is Nora when she sees something funny. That's like she's not a laugher. Unless it's like a corny Laffy Taffy joke or she got some like House. You know, she would probably think House is hilarious because he gets all of his jokes off of a popsicle stick. But like, that's Nora's type of humor. But the writing is phenomenal. The little subtle digs, like even if you looked at the sign for Schitt's Creek, which I don't want to spoil it, but I got to tell you, I think it's very well written. I think the humor is both adult and heady, but yet silly at the same time. So if you're like me and you like silly humor, like Tommy Boy and shit like that, you're still going to love Schitt's Creek, but it is a very smart and funny show. So I am enamored with it. I'm glad that I finally watched it. A lot of you were telling me to watch it. I was like, that looks fucking stupid. It was the name. The name alone drove me away. White Magic says better than The Office. You know what, White Magic? It's two different types of comedies in a way. But I don't know that I would say it's better than The Office. The Office to me is probably the best sitcom, well, the second best sitcom of all time. For me personally, nothing made me laugh more or more often than Martin. Number 2 on my list of sitcoms is The Office. I'm not prepared to put Schitt's Creek at number 3 yet, but I definitely see that if I watch all 5 or 6 seasons that are out there and I continue to laugh, like I'm laughing right now, which is almost every episode is good for several laugh out loud moments. And I'm not just saying that because LOL was a hip term for all you cats and kitties out there. I'm legitimately on the couch laughing audibly, not just internally. Okay, that was funny. Which is rare for me as a comic too, because I can see humor coming a mile away now. Because look, it's like anything you do, right? If you, I don't know, if you are a doctor and you watch a show about being a doctor, you're like, nope, yep, you're analyzing. You know what I mean? You're like, that never happens in an ER. That never happens in the hospital. That guy's got his stethoscope on backwards. That's not supposed to go in the butt. That's a thermometer that's for the, you know, like you don't. So I look at comedies differently. I judge them than I used to. And I'm not saying that to be all pretentious, like I am a comedy engineer. I'm just saying I look at the shit differently. But this, I mean, I went in judging, not going to lie. I told Nora, let's just watch one. Let's just give it one episode. And if it's awful, we won't watch anymore. And we'll do that a lot for shows, Netflix or otherwise. We'll watch one. Like I never got through Breaking Bad. Bleh. I think we watched 2 episodes of Breaking Bad. Just didn't hook us. But this is funny as shit. So I could see this cracking the top 3, maybe top 5 of all time. But White Magic, if you're like me and Martin is your quintessential sitcom of all time, Office is number 2. I didn't think the writing was great on Martin, but Martin was great on Martin. The writing on The Office was equal to the performance by the characters on The Office, which is why The Office could be considered one of the all-time greats. It won't be mine just because Martin will always be that. But I see why The Office would be number 1 for a lot of people. This has that ability, but a lot of the characters don't have that unique quirkiness. The mom does. The son does, but that's about it. Because in The Office, everybody's character was so well developed, right? Like when you had, I mean, Phyllis and Michael Scott and Dwight and Pam and like everybody, Stanley, everybody's character was so unique. With shit, I mean, the dad is just like, he's funny, but the characters aren't as well developed. So, hope that makes sense. Breaking Bad was meh. Never seen Weeds. D-Mata, you got to watch both. They're my top 2 of all time. So I tried to watch Curb, and it's funny. Nick tried to get me in on Curb Your Enthusiasm, but it was like, I get it. I see the humor. I don't know. It's just not silly enough for me. It's funny, but I need some silly mixed in with my funny. If you ever see me on stage, then you know that. I mean, I'll have some smart jokes. Not many. I'll have some heady jokes and some, regular jokes, but I'll have some silly shit mixed in there. And that's just how I like my humor. So that's why I think Schitt's Creek works for me. All right. So we'll talk on the other side of this break. We're going to talk WandaVision, Coming to America 2, plus Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell. Plus we're going to talk about your Astros, and we're going to talk about the baddest bed in the world. And then I'm going to help you get out of your sexual rut. Now, I'm not going to Atlanta kind of help you. I don't know why I did that. That was weird. I'm not doing, but I've got tips for you to identify if you're in a sexual rut and then how to get out. Okay, listen, you'll just have to see. But we're going to take a break right now. 5 minutes. Everybody go pee or poop or smoke a bowl or cigarette or whatever it is you do during the break. I would ask you to do this, especially the fellas. Pay attention to this break video. I know it's a cartoon. And that could be weird, but I want you to listen to the message. It is International Women's Day. And this video, I spent a lot of time trying to find the exact right video for today. And there were a lot of videos about, great women in our history. But this one is specifically about science, and it highlights a lot of women who were never given the credit for their discoveries until now or until recently. So I feel like it was important to highlight that specifically. Plus, my mom was a science teacher before she started in real estate. So, there's kind of a tie-in and a twist here. But check out the video. I'm back in 5 minutes. We'll see you in a minute. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Stick around.
This is Marie Curie. You probably know who she is. She's one of the most prominent scientists of all time. She was the first and only person in history to win 2 separate Nobel Prizes in 2 separate sciences. She pioneered radiation research and discovered 2 new elements. She was also denied membership at the French Academy of Sciences because she was a woman. Throughout her incredible career, she faced enormous amounts of sexism. And yet, you've heard of her. Despite all the obstacles, she succeeded in her career and was recognised for her achievements. But what about the women that didn't? What about the women who were denied that same recognition for their work? How many other historical female scientists can you name? How many of these women have you heard of? Caroline Herschel was a German astronomer. She discovered several comets. She was also the first woman we know of who was paid for her contribution to science, the first woman to be awarded a gold medal of the Royal Astronomical Society, and with Mary Somerville, she was the first woman to be named an honorary member of the Royal Astronomical Society. Lise Meitner performed extensive work on nuclear physics and radioactivity. Her collaborator was later awarded the Nobel Prize for their discovery of nuclear fission. This is Hypatia of Alexandria, a Greek mathematician, philosopher, and astronomer. She was head of a school in Alexandria. None of her work has survived to the modern day, and according to many sources, she was murdered by a Christian mob. Jocelyn Bell Burnell discovered the first radio pulsars. This was described as the greatest astronomical discovery of the 20th century. Her PhD supervisor was later awarded a Nobel Prize for this discovery. Bell Burnell was excluded from the prize. Cecilia Payne-Gaposchkin discovered what the sun is made of. The leading astronomer of the day dismissed her hypothesis and encouraged her not to present her findings. 4 years later, he published his own paper with the same conclusions. For most of history, he was given credit for this discovery. Rosalind Franklin performed work that was vital to the discovery of the structure of DNA. Her colleague shared her work without her permission with James Watson and Francis Crick. With this information, the two were able to make their famous discovery. Watson and Crick, along with Franklin's colleague, were later awarded the Nobel Prize for the discovery. Franklin was excluded. Emmy Noether was a mathematician who made enormous contributions to rings, fields, and algebras. Noether's theorem has been called one of the most important mathematical theorems ever proved in guiding the development of modern physics. She had to work without pay for 7 years after completing her dissertation, as women were excluded from academic positions at the time. Later in her career, she had to lecture under a male colleague's name, as the faculty at her university objected to a female lecturer. These examples are horrifying, but surely that's all over now. Women can attend university after all, they can lecture, they can publish their own results. So what's the problem? Unfortunately, sexism in STEM is still a major issue. Women are still perceived as less able when it comes to science and technology, and this perception has a real effect on their careers. For example, a recent study analysed data from GitHub, an open-source software community. They found that code written by women actually had a slightly higher approval rating than code written by men, but only if their gender was unidentifiable. If it was obvious that the coder was a woman, the approval rating dropped. Many other studies have found similar results. A large study in 2012 sent out resumes for a lab manager position and found that resumes bearing female names were significantly less likely to be successful than an identical resume bearing a male name. Sexism isn't gone, it's just become less overt. Society cannot progress when half our population is held back from achieving their full potential. Imagine where we would be if women had been educated to the same standards as men throughout history. Imagine what these women could have accomplished if they had not had to battle sexism, if they could simply have focused on science. Every year there are improvements for women in STEM. More and more women are entering science and technology fields. But discrimination still exists, and it is the responsibility of every person who cares about science to help fight this prejudice and to help ensure that examples like those listed in this video never happen again.
Hey, welcome back to hour number 2 of Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. I hope you enjoyed the break video. I hope it was educational. I hope you learned something about it. Hey, no problem, Marsha. I really did spend some time trying to find one that I felt like would be the normal, Ruth Bader Ginsburg and then, Rosa Parks, which those are all very important women. But a lot of times we don't learn about women in other fields or industries. And science is one of those. And so when I saw this video, I thought, oh, this is perfect. This is what I want, the message I want to convey today specifically, because I think it also goes to the fact that for far too long, men had been getting credit for work that women would do. And I saw this with my mom again in the 80s. Working for, well, I'll just say it. I never fuck them. It was called the Horn Company. It was full of a bunch of shitty ass misogynistic men. So fuck those dudes. I'm tired of pretending like that didn't exist. It was called the Horn Company. And I got to watch my mom bust her ass to try to climb the ranks at the Horn Company while dudes would use her work to propel themselves higher within the organization while she got left behind. So yeah, I get a little passionate about it because I really hate to see people get passed over for the shit that they've earned and that they deserve. So, all right, let's get to some sports. We got to talk a little bit about your Houston Astros. If you didn't hear the good news, gang. Okay, no, that's what is that? That's not Forrest. That's Jake Odorizzi right there. Odorizzi, Dizzy Dog. Listen, the Astros have signed a new arm. Framber Valdez is probably going to miss some time because he's got a fractured finger after taking a line drive off of his left hand. Forrest Whitley, if you didn't hear, Forrest Whitley is he's getting a second opinion right now, but they're telling him he needs Tommy John surgery. Jake Odorizzi is a stopgap measure for this rotation, at least for the next couple of years. Now, last year wasn't a great year. He took a line drive off the ribs. He had blister issues. Statistically, it was pretty terrible, but this is a guy who's made an all-star team recently. His numbers in Tampa Bay were fairly good. I mean, I think he's a sub 3.9 ERA guy. He's at 3. He's 3.92. But, he's not. This isn't an ace. You didn't go out and sign the next Justin Verlander. What you did is you went out and signed a guy that's going to give you depth at the 2-3 spot in this rotation. All right? This isn't a guy that's he gives up a lot of walks and hits. I want to prepare you now, Astros fans. If you're looking for a guy that strikes out a lot of people, which he does, he'll get 10 strikeouts a game. I think let me see, what's his strikeout per 9 innings for his career? I want to say closer to 9 or 10. He'll get some strikeouts. The problem is he'll give up a lot of hits. He'll give up a lot of walks, unfortunately. So his 9-year career average is 8.6 strikeouts per 9 innings, almost 1 an inning. That's pretty good. If you can find somebody that strikes out 1 per inning, or 9 over 9, that's pretty damn good. That's considered a power pitcher. Problem is his whip for his career is over 1.2. That's not great. That means he's given up either 1.2 walks or hits per inning. So somebody's getting on base every single time. Every inning, somebody's on base. There's traffic. Not a great sign for a guy, but he does, like I said, he's got that 3.9 ERA. Decent stuff. Can get you out, can get out of a jam with a strikeout. Gonna see a lot of traffic on the base paths, but I hope that the arm of the catcher holds up as well. But this is a good arm. If he gets back to his form prior when he was an all-star, not last year. Last year he had almost a 7 ERA. But before that, before the injuries, before the blister problems that shelved him for the season, he was an all-star. And before that, he was really good in Tampa. I mean, I say really good. He was good in Tampa. He's not really good. He's not great. He's a good starter. He's a quality starter. He's a guy that'll go out and give you 6 and give up, 2, 3. That's what his ERA says he'll do. I like the move. He was at the time the highest rated free agent left on the market, according to Major League Baseball, MLB rumors or some shit like that. He's a 2-3. And some people, I saw somebody tweet out, oh, listen, he's definitely slides into the number 2 slot behind Grinnell. On this staff, I think he's more of a 3, depending on who's hurt and who's not, and does McCullers' arm hold up and all that stuff. But I'm okay with that. You slotted as a 3. Fromber was your 3. He had the potential to move up to be a 2. I'm not sold on Fromber yet. Just because he had a good season last year, don't start coming at me with Fromber as the ace on this. No, hold on. Fromber's been far too inconsistent for his career. So I think at this point, you got a guy in Odorizzi who slots in at a solid 3, potential to be a 2. In fact, I like this more than when I liked than Charlie Morton signing when they first brought in Charlie Morton. Because remember, everybody was like, what? Why? And then this Astros staff and this Astros front office did a world of good with Charlie Morton. And hopefully that continues. That pattern of success with project pitchers from this organization continues. So Odorizzi goes from good to maybe being really good. That's why I say he's 2-3. He could be as good as a 2. A very high-end 2. I don't think he's ever going to be an ace. That's not what he does. He gives up too many walks and hits, like I said. But I think you've got some quality depth in this rotation. You have him for at least 2 years. There's a player option for a 3rd year. You got him at a decent value, decent price, and you just, you waited until late in the free agent signing period, but that's okay. You got what you needed because of Fromber and Forrest Whitley, who maybe you were looking at as coming in after call-ups and giving you some stuff at the back end of that rotation. Well, you just filled it out a little bit. So now you know going into this season that it's Greinke, McCullers, Odorizzi as your 1, 2, 3. Listen, this ain't Verlander, Cole, and McCullers. It's certainly not that. This isn't Kyle, or not Kyle. Oh my gosh. Dallas Keuchel. And this isn't that kind of rotation. But this is a rotation that can go out and get you some outs. I'm still a little worried about this bullpen. We're going to see what they got. But they did make me feel better about going into this season with their rotation by adding Jake Odorizzi. It's a good signing. I think Shock even said, hey, it could be sneaky good. We'll see. I don't know that Odorizzi doesn't fly under the radar to me. Mitch Keller, huh? Yeesh. Dr. Dre said, I think the strikeouts will go up and the walks will go down with the help of Brent Strom. Well, that's the thing, is you need him to be a project that turns out. You need him to be more Charlie Morton than what he is right now. He reminds me in a lot of ways of Morton. So we'll see. We're going to find out. But good news for the Astros on the rotation and depth front. Bad news, though, about Forrest Whitley. I get it that he's young. He's still pretty highly regarded amongst baseball know-it-alls as far as where he ranks in the minor league systems as a prospect. But man, if you're hanging your hat on Forrest Whitley coming up and being an ace, that's a scary proposition. The dude can stay healthy. And when he was healthy, he gets suspended for PEDs. He just does not have a good track record. They drafted him out of high school. He was supposed to be, he was the untouchable name in this organization, him and Kyle Tucker. And at least Tucker's cummed up. Wow, really? Just going to make up words, Barry? As you're doing, you're just making up words. Is that what we're doing now? Lamb bomb! Cummed up is a word now. That sounds like something that happened in Atlanta. Anyways, he came up and he's done some things. I'm still waiting to, Forrest Whitley moved up to AAA and got absolutely shellacked. If I'm the Astros at this point, if an organization comes to you and is serious and says, hey, we want to give you this big league player who's young and a prospect, but we want Forrest Whitley, go, take him. You're going to give us something of value that's already a proven commodity at the major league? Yes. Done. I just don't get it. I just don't understand at this point why you would still hang on to the guy. For potential? Potential what? For injury? I don't know. I mean, you feel bad for a guy like Forrest Whitley because he can't stay healthy. But at the same time, you have to make decisions as an organization to look at that and go, okay, we got him, was it 2016? Has it been 5 years? When did they draft Forrest Whitley? I want to say it was 2016. I could be wrong. Let's see. Forrest Whitley, bio drafted 2016. 5 years. 5 years. Nothing. And the one time he did get moved up, shelled. I want to say his ERA was like 10. And it's not good. If you can get something for him, go do it, Astros. It's time to, cut your losses with Forrest, I think. Just my opinion. What the fuck do I know? All right, so that was your Astros update. I did want to talk about those. Last thing I wanted to discuss from a sports perspective, and then we'll get back to my reviews of stuff I watched, including WandaVision, including Coming to America 2, and including Biggie. I got a story to tell. But Forbes did an article on sports in the pandemic. And I felt it was a pretty good article because they talked about, how is this pandemic affecting sports? We keep hearing about the loss of revenue. We keep hearing about, numbers being way down. We're going to find out what it does to March Madness. But these are the numbers from last year to this year because of the pandemic. And all told, the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, the NHL, and the NCAA have all lost more than $14 billion in combined revenue due to the pandemic. And you can see here that 8.8 bill down to 7.9 for the NBA, from 5.1 down to 4.4 for the NHL. Baseball took the biggest hit. They went from $10.5 billion down to $4 billion. The NFL went from 14 and a half to 9.5. That's not great. We're going to see how March Madness is affected from $1 bill down. All of these, though, suffering significantly because they all rely on butts and seats. They all rely on a crowd. And this talks about stadium revenue dependency. This graph in particular talks about the fact that all of these things rely on, people buying tickets, whether it's last minute or what have you. In fact, the little caption for this says, game day sales at events are critical to franchise profitability, especially in the NHL. And I don't know why that is. But those teams make the majority of their revenue inside the arena. And so this is stadium revenue dependency. The NHL with the most at 70%. Now, March Madness is obviously going to be TV related. So theirs is the least. Major League Baseball is kind of, with the rest. Major League Baseball, 39%, the NBA at 40%, the NFL at 38%. And that's all because they have really good deals. They have really good TV deals. So they've hedged themselves so that, look, not all of their revenue is dependent upon TV, but not all of their revenue is dependent upon ticket sales. So they've done a pretty good job of that, whereas in this particular case, the NHL has not done a good job of that, which really begs the question, why isn't their number more significant? It's pretty interesting to find that baseball, the biggest dip between all of the franchises, but yet the NHL is the most reliant upon butts and seats at the stadium. So I just thought I'd show you that because, look, none of us are going to feel sorry for any of these billionaires and millionaires. None of us. Me, I'm not. Give a shit. But the fact is they're all losing money. And the pandemic, just like everybody else, is hurting everybody. So, Eric said, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Eric said, quick UFC talk. What is next for Amanda Nunes after last fight? Jan was stupid as fuck with that down knee hit, and Khabib is a good coach. I didn't watch any of it, Eric. I forgot about the UFC card. Somebody reminded me, but it was too late. I wasn't going to pay for it halfway through. And then I didn't even go to the Fury fights. But what is next for Amanda Nunes? That's a really good question. I don't know. I feel like she's conquered the divisions. She's conquered. I mean, at this point, was she going to have to fight a dude? I don't know how this works because you're in uncharted territories. At least with Ronda, Holly Holm came along and kicked her head into the fifth row and everybody's like, oh shit. I just don't see that happening. I think the only thing it's kind of like what Mighty Mouse was doing, right? The only thing that's going to beat Amanda Nunes at this point is time. Like, you just feel like you just got to let her get old and slow. I don't know what else. I don't know how else you, Nunes McGregor. Man, I just don't know what else you do with her. She's just too dominant. You know, there was a time back in 2010, 2011, 2012, before the UFC really felt like they wanted women involved. And it's good to see now that we're having discussions of Amanda Nunes and Shevchenko and all these folks, all these female fighters on International Women's Day in a sport where the big dog, Dana White, swore women would never fight in the UFC. And then he realized, oh shit, I can make money at this. And now we have these great female fighters that have an opportunity to showcase their skill set for fight fans around the world. But I don't know what you do with Amanda Nunes because she's way too dominant. And I saw Shevchenko get mentioned. Willie Butler, Shevchenko versus Nunes until they retire. She came the closest. Close doesn't count, though. That's like saying, you know, the Bills gave the Cowboys a run in the Super Bowls. Let them keep. I mean, we've seen that movie, though. That's my point. If the second best female fighter on the planet came close, I don't know what you do. I think if I'm the UFC, honest to God, you have to scour the planet for the greatest unknown female fighter in the world. What else do you do at this point? I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how good she is. So I think, you know, you can start to recycle some of these contenders. And the point I was making earlier is back in 2010, 2011, 2012, Cyborg, it was like, oh man, nobody can beat this chick. Cyborg is unstoppable, unbeatable, but she didn't have the platform to showcase her skill set like exists now. Unfortunately for her. I just don't know what you do. I mean, honestly, this is next level shit. You know, we'll talk about the greatest fighters of all time, the pound for pound. And they'll mention John Jones. They'll mention Mighty Mouse. They'll mention the likes of Anderson Silva, who hung on too long. They'll mention Conor McGregor, even though I don't think that they should, because there's a lot of holes in his game. I know he doesn't lose, but nobody really ever mentions Amanda Nunes on that list. And if she continues to do this, it's almost borderline sexist that she doesn't get mentioned in the top 3 pound for pound greatest fighters of all time to this point, to this day. Now, she may get knocked the fuck out at her next fight and never win again. But up to this point, how are we not mentioning her amongst the greatest of the great? What's up, Matt Poche? Nunes versus a bear. Yeah, God help that bear. Scott Hunter's in the building. Nunes versus Shields. Okay. Listen, it sounds silly. And I don't think anybody is going to say to do this, but it's almost like all that's left now is to prove how many dudes she could beat. I don't know. I don't know what you do. It's pretty wild. Tony Garza said, Bones, Jones, Silva, and Nunes are the 3 most dominant I've seen. Yeah, there was, I mean, Anderson, nobody wanted to fight Anderson Silva. I'm trying to think. George St. Pierre was just so boring that he'll probably never get the credit for what he did. But I think you got to go. I mean, as much as I hate the guy, the man outside of the cage, John Jones, pound for pound, the best fighter ever. Anderson Silva might have been at any moment the most feared. But yeah, right now, I mean, I'd almost be willing to tell you that I would move Amanda Nunes ahead of Anderson Silva. Because Silva did have holes. I realized his ground game was good. It wasn't great, but he had holes. I just don't feel like, what is Amanda Nunes? What can't she do? That's just like John Jones. What can't he do? Who can't he beat? A lot of people tell you Daniel Cormier winning 2 belts and 2 difference, and the way he just handled people, especially at his size and the pound for pounds and all that shit. And John Jones would make him look silly in fights. Silly. A man who held 2 titles and ran through 2 divisions of dudes that could fight. But there was one guy he couldn't beat. I don't know. Pretty interesting, though. She is fun, man. Fun. Eamon said the best female boxer in the world is now training MMA. Maybe she could hop in there. Ooh, no. Tell you right now. Nope. Don't put a boxer in there with her. Don't put a boxer in there. She will get destroyed. Because there's a big difference in boxing and MMA striking. Huge difference. Because in boxing, you never really prepare for anything other than the left hand and the right hand. There is so much, the stance is different. The timing is different. The distance is different. The spacing. Everything is so much different when it comes to MMA striking versus boxing. With boxing, man, it's a more squared up approach to fighting. Whereas with MMA, you got to make yourself slimmer. You got to be prepared for the shot. You got to be prepared for kicks, for knees, for elbows, for clinch work. And not just, clinch and tie up because you don't want to throw punches and let the referee break it up. There's dirty boxing going on in the clinch. It is a whole different thing. Whole different thing. And I don't even think it would be easy to go if you were just purely an MMA striker. That's all you learned coming up was MMA striking. And then someone made you go box. It's going to be different and difficult for you to do that as well. I mean, it's like saying, this guy played rugby. He should be able to play NFL football. I mean, it's similar. There's some similarities, sure, but there's a ton of difference in the nuance of the 2 sports. So I wouldn't put any stock or hope in the fact that a boxer, the most dominant female boxer in the world, would be able to come in and do anything with Amanda Nunes. Because that's what makes her so vicious, man. She's so well-rounded and so good at so much. All right, let's get back to my reviews. What did I have here? What is this? Oh, you know what? We're going to do the rest of my reviews, but you know what we haven't done in a while?
And now it's time for a film session.
Oh, snap. We're doing a film session, y'all. Yeah, you know what? I've been hit with so many copyright bullshit in the last 2 weeks. I don't give a fuck no more. I don't give a fuck because we ain't even leaving these episodes up except for 72 hours. So if they want to take it down, I'm all about the now with Barry on Deck. It's all about this show. The rest of this shit, we're going to carve it up, cut it up, and put them on. But this one, hell yeah, baby. If you haven't seen it. Now, I didn't even watch it all. I watched some of it, but we're going to break it all down. So we're going to watch the fight first. And no, it's not a BBW fight. It's a Bath and Body Works fight. But check this shit out. But I do have it listed as BBW. But check this shit out. Oh, Karen versus Karen. Oh, shit. This is great. Oh shit. let go of me. Get off me. There's the get off me technique. Oh, shit. Karen's flip-flops are all fucked up. We got one. Oh, shit. Oh, I feel like a titty's about to pop out. Get out now. Wow. Now he's manhandling. You get your hands off me, sir. I will slap the shit out of you. This is so great. Oh, she fired. Get out now. Oh, this is so good. Give me my fucking purse. All right, so that's the fight. So let's break this down. Alan Denson said, no social distancing. Well, let's just break down the fight and see what happened here. This is adults, mind you. By the way, this is adults in a Bath and Body Works. What could be this important to fight over some hand sanitizer and fragrant soap in a Bath and Body Works? All right, so something got thrown. We saw that. Oh! Yo, that store employee threw the first punch, right? Didn't we not see that? Right there. She kind of tried to choke slam her to hell. Did the old fucking, what was that? Gandalf? You shall not pass. Oh, man, the Karens are out of goddamn control, but I swear that one threw the first punch. Right there, you saw it come in. Now she's trying to choke slam her to hell. And once chicks lock in a handful of hair, that is overtime. That is over. Once a female, like, you know, they'll tell you that when an alligator clamps down on you, once an alligator has you, like you know, they can't open their jaws. They don't have that kind of muscle. But once they got you, oh, you ain't going nowhere. And it's the same thing with women in your hair. Like their hands, they don't really, you know, they don't really have a good grip per se. You know what I'm saying? But when they get that hair, oh, good luck. You got to cover their eyes and shit like an alligator just to get them to let go of it. It's like a death sentence. So now we got 2-on-1. All right. Now the line starts here. So does the fight. That's pretty ironic. But now we've got 2 Bath and Body Works females fighting 1 Karen. Well, you asked for the manager and you got him. Nice takedown. That's a good leg trip, by the way. Did you see that? Watch this little leg trip right here. I feel like she kind of, well, it's more of a toss. Yep, down they go. Right now, I want to also point something out here. This isn't really fair because not only do the employees have on aprons, which kind of acts as a shield, they've also got on tennis shoes while Karen is fighting in flip-flops and a muumuu. It's really difficult to fight in a muumuu. Trust me, I did it once in high school. It didn't go great. So you never want to, listen, pro tip, if you're out in public and you're wanting to fight, check the wardrobe. If you have on a muumuu, live to fight another day because it's probably not going to go good. So here we go. We got the hair latched on. Then we got the other manager. Oh, man. Oh, man. Now we got 4-on-1. Here's another lady coming into the melee trying to break it up. I don't know if she's got a tube top on. Now, I don't know if she was with the Karen or not, but at least she's got on tennis shoes. But ladies, can we just talk about this for a second? Listen, bring it in. If you're going out in public and there's even the slightest chance that you might have to fight a bitch, put a bra on. Okay? Don't be out fighting in tube tops. There's 2 rules when it comes to being a female and fighting. You don't fight in a muumuu. You don't fight in a tube top. Now, these 2 women are at a huge disadvantage because one of them is wearing a muumuu and the other one is wearing a tube top. You are guaranteed to have your titties on the internet if you do that. Just so we're aware and we're all on the same page, all right? So tube top tries to break up muumuus, who's just getting absolutely accosted by 4 employees. So now we're up and Tube Top's getting double teamed now. Tube Top's going to town. Oh shit, now that's 4-on-1 tube top. And now the guy's like, get out, bitch. I don't want to see your titties, get out. Tube top wasn't playing. Now, here's Karen. This guy's accosted her. I don't think I would be manhandling Karen. This is on video. She attacked me. I mean, look, I don't want to defend the Karen, but we have the evidence. She did get slapped or punched or pushed first. She also got taken down and beaten to a pulp. And, you know, listen. She probably...
No, I did not!
She touched me. Oh, boy.
I need my purse.
I need my purse. I need my purse.
I need my fucking purse.
Wow. That's good times. Listen, Karens of the world. Karens just don't understand. Wow, wow. Chris Reyes, U.S. retail workers are sick of y'all's shit. Why do I feel like that all of this started because Karen wasn't wearing a mask? If we go back to the beginning of the fight, I didn't even notice it until Chris Reyes posted that, and then it made me think, yeah, I feel like retail workers are already at risk because some of you stupid motherfuckers won't wear a mask in public because you think you're that you're better than the rest of us and you can just get us all sick. And fuck, I hope all 4 of your tires go flat if you're anti-mask. I really do. I don't give a fuck. My dad, I hope all 4 of his tires go flat if he's anti-mask. I don't give a fuck who you are. Wear a goddamn mask. But I feel like if we go back to the video, let's go. All right, so here we've kicked it off. Signs in the way. Let's go. Oh, yeah. No, she ain't got no goddamn mask on. And then she ripped old girl's mask off right there. That looks like that happened. Because right there, I think, what's her name? Eloise? I think that's Eloise. She's got a mask on, and then it gets ripped off, and now everybody's got COVID. It's a pretty good takedown, though. The rest of them have their masks on, so I feel like the employees had their mask on. This is just Karens being Karens. Karen's gonna Karen. It's ironic that the chick named Karen doesn't care. Pretty ironic. Cece said, I got them run flats, though. Cece, are you anti-mask? God damn it, Cece. Oh, don't tell me that. I love you too much to have to be mad at you about not wearing a fucking mask in public, Cece. If I wasn't Christian, I would have stocked my purse. Cece's like, look at them bitches. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mama put these in here. Yep. Cece, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Dimana said it should have against the law for tube tops to be wearing a tube top. What? No. Bath salt rage. More like Epsom salt. I don't know if this was bath salts. I mean, you know. Oh, man. Good times. Gotta love a good film session. Are we still on the air? Are we still going? Is this thing on? Hello? Hello, Karen. Are you there? She said, I got these hillbilly meth teeth. These masks are saving my game. Yeah. That and these double chins. Boy, I tell you what, if I was single, I'd be getting so much COVID ass with these. Nobody'd see these double chins till it was too late. Amos said, I bet this all started from her 3 for $10 coupon expired. Oh, that is good shit, Amos. That is really good shit. Everybody gets that 10% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupon in the mail. Everybody. I don't even know why they send them. Just keep that hoe at the register and save the printing and the postage. Oh, boy. All right, back to my reviews. I hope you enjoyed the film session. I don't really have an out for them. We just go until I'm exhausted. And I'm exhausted. My ankle really hurts too, by the way. Boy, fucked it up. I've been playing injured this whole time. I hope you guys know that. I hope you guys appreciate it. let's get to the rest of my reviews of these shows I've watched. Well, teaser. Let's get to it right after I tell you about the Y Factor. Fellas, it is March, and I want to encourage you, along with the Y Factor, to finish the job. What do I mean by that? No scalpel vasectomies. It is the time right now. Give your partner a break with the whole birth control thing. All the different troublesome birth control methods that they're doing. Take charge with a no scalpel vasectomy at the Y Factor. The procedure takes less than 15 minutes. You can get back to work the next day. Do it on a Friday. You got all weekend to recover. You don't have to worry about it. But if you get it in the middle of the week, you should be back at work the next day with no problem. You guys, the Rev went. He said it was painless. He did the no scalpel vasectomy because he's like, no more kids. This is enough. So if that's you, go. He said it was painless. There was some minor discomfort, but that was it. They had great communication, they being the Y Factor, both pre and post operation. For more information, just log on to theyfactor.com or give them a call, 832-210-2556, 832-210-2556, or theyfactor.com. I'm telling you, I want you guys to get healthy. If you are even remotely considering getting a vasectomy, check out the no scalpel vasectomy. Finish the job. No needles, no scalpels. It takes less than 15 minutes. You're back at work the next day. Give them a call, 832-210-2556, or log on to theyfactor.com. And please, for the love of everything, when you go, please tell them you heard about it on Barry on Deck. All right. So I watched WandaVision, start to finish. Yeah. I mean, that's that. If you made me give you a one-word review of WandaVision, it was neat, because it's a Marvel thing. That's a series, and I really didn't like the beginning. I think they overdid that. They didn't need to do all of that in the beginning. I think they could have given us more hints as to what was going on, except for that last screenshot of sitting at the console, which we saw later was after the chick figured out. Everything moves too fast. First of all, everything moves too fast. Like, the whole kids growing up too fast and all that. I get that. I understand why, but look, why were we privy to all of that beforehand? And then the way that she just randomly figured out that it was a TV show. I don't know. There's a lot of holes in the plot and in the story. I just didn't like the way that it all transpired. It's not terrible. It's not the worst series in the world. I'll definitely keep watching it because I'm a fan of the Marvel Universe. I know some of you Marvel nerds and dorks are extremely upset about what was left, right? Because there was a story that came out that said the director had to leave some stuff on the cutting room floor because of COVID. And some of you nerds were like, what? This isn't how we wanted this to end. I saw one guy on my Facebook. He was like, we already knew all this shit. I mean, basically, when you think about it, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, turn off the TV. But when you get to the end, we're right back to where we started. Right? After Thanos snapped, Vision is dead, and Wanda is like, I gotta go figure life out now. That's where we started this whole thing from. So we're right back there. And I don't know what's going to take place in season 2, but just feel like there was a lot of that I conceptually, I love it. Execution, I didn't think was very good. That's just me. Could I have done without watching all this? Yeah. You know why? Here's the thing about the Marvel Universe. There are some movies, because I remember asking and then actually doing the research and figuring out, okay, I want to watch all the Marvel that exists. I'm not watching the cartoons and shit or reading the comic books, but as far as movies and shit go, I want to watch them all in order so I know exactly what's going on. And there were a couple where people were like, yeah, you can skip Ant-Man and Wasp or whatever that bullshit was, or this one Hulk movie didn't really matter. So there's some things that get made that are kind of Marvel Universe adjacent, but don't necessarily move the universe forward. And I feel like this was one of them. And if it was just to introduce a character or two, you could have done that anywhere. I didn't like it. Whatever it was. I didn't even see that one. And you know what? I'm still okay. I mean, look, Marvel does a really good job at their humor. They do a really good job. They're funny. They're all entertaining. But I didn't think, to me, like what? How did this move it forward? How? Because they introduced a character? Oh, well, you couldn't have done that anywhere else, Tony? You needed fucking 10 episodes to introduce Monica Rambeau to us? This is how. I don't know. See, I knew you nerds are going to be like, wait a minute, goddammit. Hold on a second here, pal. Hold on. Hey, that's not true because you needed to know that Ant-Man is allergic to honey. And then Thanos. No, you haven't missed Coming to America. That was next. I just had to get this off my chest with these dorks. It's okay. It was entertaining, but I didn't feel like, I don't know. If I never watched Wanda, what I'm telling you guys, if you're like me, if you are a casual Marvel fan, I can't tell you the entire history of Marvel. If you were to name a Marvel movie and tell me and ask me what happened, I'd be like, man, I don't fucking remember. So if you like the Marvel movies, but you're not so invested that you know every character and every plot, and you remember the beginning till now and everything that's happened in the universe, you're probably going to be like, you could skip WandaVision. Now, if you're like some of the nerds in the chat and you just fucking, wait a minute, hold on a goddamn second, because we had to meet Wasp's friend who is, at AA meetings because it's important, because then the ant gets, then yeah, you definitely need to watch it. But if you're just a casual Marvel fan like me, you can fucking skip it. Just know that they enter some chick who conveniently is named Rambo. Okay. Settle down, Marvel. How's it? I think you missed the key points of the show. What? Yeah, I'm a cash guy. I'm a cash fan. Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't watch the fucking, I don't read the comic books. I'm a casual. Believe it or not, there are a lot of us casual Marvel fans out there, just like DC, right? That's where we are. Now, if you want to talk about the finer points of Martin, I'm happy to have that conversation. But yeah, I'm just like, I enjoy the movies for the entertainment, but I'm not super invested in any of them. In fact, when I watched Endgame, I was like, all right, so they're going to bring most of these people back eventually. And look at that. Vision got murked, snapped, disintegrated, pulled the thing out of his, all that bullshit. And here we go. We just had 10 to 12 episodes conveniently where they figured out a way to bring the character back. So if you're going to kill somebody, just fucking kill them, Marvel. But they won't. They'll keep you hooked. Just like hoes in Atlanta. Then they'll be wanting money to fly back. Tony said, you're hurting my head. It's real simple. It's not a necessary component of if you're a casual Marvel fan, is what I'm telling you. My critique of WandaVision is, if you're not a diehard Marvel fan, you can skip it. If you want to watch it, you'll find some entertaining points. But if you're like, do I have to? No, you don't. You're welcome. Call of Duty zombie universe greater than the entirety of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't even know what that means. Tony says, random. Monica was in Captain Marvel. Her mom was besties with Carol Danvers. See, I don't know what any of that means. I mean, I know Captain Marvel, but I always thought, well, is Captain Marvel the top chick? Because then, Monica is the one that everybody's so scared of, but then there was Marvel and then Vision, and I don't know who the fuck the top dog is in any of this because it keeps changing. Well, was it Captain America? Fuck. Iron Man? Who's the best? I don't know. What's the hierarchy here? Who's in charge? The fucking patch guy? He's dead. Fuck. What's going on here, Marvel? Hal said the main thing about it, Barry, is that it showed the existence of mutants. allowing them to combine the X-Men universe. Oh, fuck. Now we got to get the X-Men involved in this shit? Oh, boy. Can we just simplify this some? Could we just fucking settle it down a little bit? This is why I like shit like He-Man and the Thundercats, G.I. Joe. Like, there was a fucking set crew, and you knew who the crew was. Snarf, snarf, and they were just going to go out and they were going to fucking fight Skeletor or who the bad guy was, and you kind of knew. Cobra. All right, we got to go fight Cobra today. There's too much shit going on. There's so many levels to this shit. I don't know how they keep up with it. I hope they got sticky notes. I hope they're probably at Marvel Town. They've got sticky notes on a board, and it's probably a goddamn mess. This is too much shit for me. I cannot keep up with this. Nick Fury just summoned Monica. What? See? Nick Fury, wasn't he a Backstreet Boy? I don't even know who the fuck Nick Fury is. Sounds like a wrestler. You go, wait, I thought Captain Marvel was in DC. Isn't he in Mortal Kombat? Oh my God. Oh, Shazam. What? You guys are fucking nerds. You're nerds. I don't get it. Hey, I did watch Coming to America. I think if you didn't get your feelings hurt over Marvel, this might do it. Actually, I wasn't disappointed with Coming to America. I just felt like it was very safe and cliche. And I think somebody described it as it was just made for fans to reminisce on the original. Like there was nothing really in Coming to America 2. Like, we were introduced to Randy Watson, right? We were introduced to the barbershop guys. We were introduced to there was nothing in it. It was a lot of ode to the original. It was funny at times. It was, it was I liked seeing the cast come back. I liked seeing their new roles and the introduction of some of the people. But I just didn't think I felt like there was room to be as original as the original, if that makes sense. So it was a little safe. But if you're a fan of Coming to America, which I was, if you thought it was funny, you're probably going to enjoy this movie. But tell the truth. Were any of you just cracking up laughing? There was some really funny moments. I thought Tracy Morgan's character was outstanding. I would have liked to have seen more of him, because he's funny to me. So I feel like there was good moments, There was some serious. It's almost like Eddie was writing it. It was just like, I'm tired of this bullshit. Let's go to something else. Let's wrap this up. Okay, cool. They get the whiskers. Okay, whatever. Fuck. Cat food. Let's go. Like, it felt, I don't want to say that the writing was lazy at times, but it just felt convenient and shortened. But yeah, it was a walk down memory lane is a good way to put it, is what I was trying to say. If you like the first one, you're going to like the second one, because you're going to be like, oh, I remember that. What I'll tell you is, because some people are like, if you need to rewatch the first one, you don't. Because they're going to remind you about all the finer points of the first one in the second one. So you really don't even need to watch the Arsenio's preacher character is in there. And I don't know. Body was there. And then I felt like a lot of the cameos were forced. I did think that, I thought one of the funny things was the Wesley Snipes character, which was something new that I liked. What was that called? Nextdoria or some shit was his country, which was I thought that was pretty funny in the fact that, you know, his army they danced and shit. That if I liked anything that was new about it, it was that. Having them, his character and his crew and all that, I thought was maybe the funniest and most creative new thing from Coming to America 2. But the rest of it was okay. It was good. It was funny. There was funny times. I mean, it's Eddie Murphy in Arsenio Hall and a cast and crew of hilarious people. It's not going to not be funny because they're all funny. But it wasn't, if you went in with the same if you went into Coming to America 2 with the same expectation that you had leaving Coming to America, you're probably going to be let down a little bit. I hope that makes sense. But that's my review. Amy said it was PG-13. I think they were playing it safe. Total Dallas said Wesley was my favorite part. Yeah, I really, that character was great. They could have spent more time on him. They could have spent more, you know, we could have seen him plotting. They had that one scene with the kids where he was like, all right, go play with the napalm or whatever it was. That was funny. There was a lot they could have done there with Wesley and his character and given us more of that and less of, you know, the prince and the same story, same plot. Yep. Totally agree. The cameos were cool, but it almost felt like, hey, let's just get everybody paid. Oh, oh God, she's hot. Tiana Taylor is super hot. But I felt like, did you guys feel that way? Was it like, oh shit, we got to get everybody paid. We got this big ass budget. Amazon's throwing us money like crazy. So everybody's getting paid. It was like Oprah, right? Like everybody's leaving with a TV. Like everybody's getting some money from this movie. We're going to write you in. If you don't have a spot, we're going to give you a spot. They threw in like the token. What was it? Who was the fat white dude? Louis? Is it Louis Anderson? Is that who it was? I think the reason they said they put him in too. Was it Louis? Yeah, Louis Anderson. God, that was sad. But yeah, there was even a story about why they included him, and I think is it because he's broke or whatever? I don't know. Rach is a big fan of Louis. It felt so contrived though. There was an article, Rach, and I didn't read it, and thanks for joining me on the show, but I got the impression implied from the headline and the opening article that they were like, they threw Louis in just to throw him a bone because he's not getting any work or anything. I don't know. That might not be true. But if you haven't seen it, it's a good walk down memory lane. But you don't need to watch the original because they will remind you of all of it. So, WandaVision, Coming to America 2. I talked about Schitt's Creek in hour number 1. Oh, Louis is doing great. Okay. See, I don't keep up with him. But he is near and dear to folks in the Minneapolis state. He's a god up there, really, in the comedy realm. So yeah. It was good though. It wasn't, you know, I wouldn't give it 10 stars or whatever. It was a solid 6.5. Is that fair? If you've seen it, is 6.5, 7 fair? You know, it's not a 5. It's better than a 5. But if Coming to America was a 9, 10, this was a 6.5, 7 for me. The other thing I watched was the story of Biggie Smalls, a.k.a. really known as the Notorious B.I.G. It was a documentary called Biggie, I Got a Story to Tell, and it was the story of Biggie. Oh, damn, Sean said 3 out of 10. Ouch. Whew. Tough crowd. So this documentary about Biggie Smalls, which is why I rocked the shirt today, because I really enjoyed it. I'm a hip hop head. I love, you know, all things hip hop, especially documentaries and information on Netflix that I can get. Because growing up, I grew up on hip hop, but there wasn't the internet. I didn't have all the information about all my favorite artists at my fingertips. And everything I got was from Yo MTV Raps or the back of album covers. I would watch Yo MTV Raps. I would record it. I would watch it over and over and over. And then I would just buy literally albums, records. and read the backs of them. And, you know, every once in a while I'd buy the source or some shit. But back in 89, 90, 91, 92, there just wasn't a lot of information. But this documentary was eye-opening. It was really interesting to talk about Biggie and his life and where he started and how he was walking that line between, you know, doing gangster shit and doing rap shit. And he was on the streets, he was selling crack and he was hustling, but, you know, he was trying to do something in the rap game. I thought it was really cool. The mentor that he had that was a jazz musician that tried to pull him out of that and steer him down the right path. The Biggie one was on Netflix. Really, really good. If you're a Notorious B.I.G. fan, if you are a hip hop head, you will absolutely enjoy this. They talked a little bit about the Tupac thing. Sean Buffy Combs is in it quite a bit and is interviewed. It's good. I really liked it, but I'm also into that. If you're not a big hip hop guy or gal, you might watch it and be like, eh. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I also watch all the, you know, the hip hop stuff that comes on Netflix or otherwise. One thing it talked about though was the name Biggie Smalls. If you'll recall in the beginning, he even rapped, he called himself Biggie Smalls. He called himself a lot. Frank White, Biggie Smalls, the Notorious B.I.G. But apparently there was another Biggie Smalls, and I'm not talking about the character from a movie, but there was a guy. Let me show you the original Biggie Smalls. The original Biggie Smalls name was Tim Bigelow. And he... Oh, is this the video? Hold on. Yes, we're going to watch it. You guys want to watch the original Biggie Smalls with me? I'm not even going to show you a picture. I'm going to get a copyright strike. I don't give a fuck. We've already done a film session with fighting. So let's check out the original Biggie Smalls. Let me pull this up on the tubes, AKA the Ubes. So this is the original Biggie Smalls. I am giving you extra time, Fidel. It's that good. But we got to watch this. Oh, you know what? I should tease you and make y'all come back tomorrow. Nah, I wouldn't do that to you. This is the original Biggie Smalls. And by the way, this guy that you're about to watch, so let me give you the backstory on this. So Biggie Smalls calls himself Biggie Smalls, right? And apparently this guy had been rapping as Biggie Smalls for a while. So when he found out that the Notorious B.I.G. was saying he was Biggie Smalls, he sued him and he won. And there was actually a point in the documentary where he says, hey, y'all don't call me Biggie Smalls no more. That's not my name. It's the Notorious B.I.G. Somebody else owns the name and I don't want to get sued. So don't call me Biggie Smalls. So this guy is the original Biggie Smalls. Are you ready, deckheads? Check this shit out. The original. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. What? Okay, Biggie Smalls. With a Z. I see you. What the fuck?
It's another Friday, 3 o'clock, school bell rings, and I'm clear. I give a sigh of relief. The weekend's here, so now I gotta make up a game plan. Talk to my friends. Think I wanna jump in the Benz and drive around town with the dope sound coming from the stereo. On the radio, gotta say, here we go. Because I'm ready to roll, ready to hit the road, Jack. My girl is to the side, my friends are in the back. She wants to
This is the original Biggie Smalls!
You got it, and now she's all excited. My boy's in the back seat.
Oh my God!
People on the corner wearing beanies and baggy jeans.
Let me tell you something. This is why black people say white guys are corny, right here. This is why. If we're all being honest. How said I had that haircut? If we're all being honest, this is why black guys call white guys corny. Are you guys watching how this dude is dancing? Or I should throw up fucking finger quotes. Dancing? Raven's like, what the fuck? Didn't expect that. Yo, if fucking Steve Urkel Had a white guy, a twin? No, this isn't Boom Boom, you raggedy bitch. God, this dude is corny as fuck. Oh, Alan, stop, please. Listen. That was fucking terrible. That was awful. That's the original Biggie Smalls, and that is how we wrap the show on a Monday. Holy fuck, that was terrible. I can't believe that guy was gonna sue the original, the best, I should say. He was gonna sue Biggie Smalls for saying he was Biggie Smalls. Bro, that motherfucker looked like Biggie Falls. Get the fuck out of here. Oh man, that was corny as shit. Awful. Awful. That guy was gonna take down Bad Boy. That guy. That fucking guy. Hey, hope you guys had fun today. I had a great time hanging out with you. Until tomorrow, when we do it all again. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Marsha. Thank you guys for hanging out with me every day. I appreciate it. Tomorrow we do it all again. I still have stories I didn't get to. I didn't get to the Uber bed, which we absolutely have to talk about tomorrow. Getting you out of that sex rut. And somebody paid $2.5 million for a tweet. I'll explain that tomorrow. So until then, do me a favor. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. And I will see you tomorrow. And he's making a YouTube video!